5 weird Star Wars facts you probably never knew about. The best one is at the end. Point 1. Yoda was meant to be played by a monkey. Yes, you read that right. The original plan was that Yoda would be played by a monkey. They even trained it to use Yoda's cane, but the unnamed monkey had a penchant for removing his Yoda mask and I'm difficult to work with. Thankfully, the idea was eventually binned, and we got the lovable combo of animatronics and puppetry we all know well instead. 2. Return of the Jedi was originally titled Revenge of the Jedi. When the final episode of the original trilogy was first announced, it came with a different name to what we know now. Lucasfilm released posters for episode 3 with Revenge of the Jedi, but it was later changed to Return of the Jedi at the insistence of George Lucas because, as we know, Jedis don't enact revenge. Point 3. Ewan McGregor tried to add his own lightsaber sounds in during filming. Like any big nerd, McGregor apparently made his own lightsaber sounds when wielding the weapon during filming. George Lucas had to remind him that the sound effects team would handle those sounds and none of the RRRRRMS and thrums would make it to the final cut. Apparently, not taking the high ground, Hayden Christensen also had trouble not making these sounds. The first Star Wars game was built by Apple in 1978. While it wasn't actually licensed, the first Star Wars game ever made was by Apple for its Apple II and 8-bit home computer. It was released on a cassette tape and given the name Star Wars and had players shoot enemies as a TIE fighter. You can play it online if you want to give it a spin. 5. We nearly got a Luke Starkiller. Sounding more like a Sith Lord or an end of days spaceship, George Lucas originally had Luke's surname penciled in as Starkiller, and it remained that way months into filming. Lucas said he eventually changed the name because of the connotations to Charles Manson, a Starkiller, and landed on the Skywalker name we are all familiar with.